Well, in other news, at a recent town hall event, former President Donald Trump had the gall, the stones, the balls, if you will, to call Kamala Harris, Commiela,
don't say it, do it!
Mentally impaired.
It is what it is.
I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. I can't believe he said that.
Joe Biden became mentally impaired. Kamala was born that way.
But no lies detected.
That's fucked up, man.
And that's what's next. Heidi ho, ladies and gentlemen. Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Another daily episode for you. Of course, as always, your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Tuesday. Well, 5 weeks out. 5 weeks out to the election. And I said in previous videos, we're going to go one way or another. Either we are going to, I can't get that out. Either we're going back to lower gas prices, affordable housing, lower food costs, respectability around the world, or we're going to continue to be the laughingstock, the joke of the world by electing an incompetent. Speaking of incompetence, we go to a recent town hall rally where Donald Trump attended. And they talked about a number of things, the border, the economy, inflation, what Donald Trump has done, what he will continue to do. But the issue of mental illness came up. And of course, as we all know, Dementia Joe, sadly, suffers from it. But if you guys didn't know, so does Kamala. Mentally impaired, per one Donald Trump. This coming from Breitbart. Donald Trump. Joe Biden became mentally impaired. Kamala was born that way. Woof. Vice President Kamala Harris, Commiela, was born mentally impaired, former President Donald Trump said on Saturday in Wisconsin, mocking his political opponent and highlighting the nation's managed decline. Quote, Joe Biden became mentally impaired. Kamala was born that way, Trump said to loud applause. And if you think about it, only a mentally disabled person could have allowed this to happen to our country. His backdrop reads, end migrant crime and deport illegals now. But this is what you wanted to hear.
Joe Biden became mentally impaired. Kamala was born that way. Okay? She was born that
Ouch. Ouch. But here's the point.
And if you think about it, only a mentally disabled person could have allowed this to happen to our country. Anybody would know this.
That's the point. Trump repeatedly slammed Harris for soaring prices, the southern border invasion, foreign policy blunders such as the deadly Afghan war and the Russia-Ukraine proxy war, $200 billion and counting. Did you see Captain Sweatpants of its White House right lately? Yes? The pimp? Absolutely. President Joe Dementia stated Wednesday he delegated everything as commander-in-chief to Harris, including foreign policy and domestic policies. Many critics believe Harris is an empty political shell, empty-headed, of course she is, with intentions to do or say whatever is needed to get elected, even at the cost of selling out citizens who pay taxes and die in these wars. Those criticisms appear to be confirmed in polling. A near majority, 48% Americans believe Harris just says what she thinks people want to hear, facts, while only 36% think she actually believes in what she says. For the majority of her vice presidency, Harris has been very unpopular. She's held the lowest negative rating, a minus 17 for a vice president in U.S. history before Harris joined the race. Her approval rating was only at 28% in January of this year and improved to 32% in July. The month Biden steps aside, all of a sudden, her ratings exploded to 48%, an increase of 16 points in just 2 months. But that couldn't be media created. Now, could it? What's changed? Digital strategist Greg Price asked on X this week. The media coverage. Nothing about Kamala has changed, he said. The media machine has kicked into overdrive, yes, on steroids, and too many people in America are still actually thinking that the news is real. Hard to dispute. It's really, really hard to dispute Donald Trump's crack on Kamala. Have you seen her interviews? She's done less than 8 interviews in the last, 60 plus days. 8. She had the one with CNN, with Tampon Tim. That tanked. Then most recently, Miss MSLSD. That tanked. Oh, of course, the one that was done in Philadelphia, on a Friday, well, nobody watched. Of course, what two things would you do policy-wise to lower costs? Well, I grew up in a great neighborhood, with construction workers. That was her comment then. And then, of course, most recently, she did an interview with Up in Smoke, Smoke What You Want, Smoke a Blunt, I don't know what it was, with two former NBA players. And from the highlights I saw this morning, excuse me, that bombed also. There's nothing there. I've said this before in prior videos. She's a clown and must be treated as such. That's the reason why the debate-wise, when she debated Trump, it was polished. She was extremely, extremely coached, basically saying, stay in this lane, don't veer off, stay right here. Don't do a Joe. Don't wander off. Don't go off script. Stay right in your lane. That's the reason why a lot of people thought, well, she's a lot smarter than we've been told. No. But Greg Price is actually right. He's 100% right. She hasn't changed. She hasn't changed in almost a year. She hasn't changed during her 4 years as vice president. She's still incompetent. She's still a buffoon. She's still a moron. And for Donald Trump to call her mentally impaired, I think that's being nice. I could think of a lot worse things to say, but that was being tame in the land of Donald Trump. But then again, if you hang around a dementia patient long enough, i.e. Joe, it's going to rub off. This is a person who, as vice president, the economy's kind of tough and, but everything's fine. Bidenomics is working. Now, as president, inflation's out of control and only I can fix it. Southern border. Well, we got 11 to 15 million illegals flooding over. They just want to live the American dream. They just want a chance to live. As president, we got a problem. Let me go down to the border because why? I can fix it. From the gas prices to the food costs to mortgage prices out of control, can't afford a house. As vice president, I can't do shit. But now I'm president. Well, you know what? I can fix it all. But this is part of you. You and Dementia Boy are part of the problem. You're not the solution. You're the problem. That's the reason why we have all the shit we have. That's the reason why America is getting fucked over on a daily basis. But you got knuckleheads. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of knuckleheads, a lot of Gen Zers out there who are watching Commiela, spout off, what is, what was, it was yesterday, today, and actually think that's policy. That's not policy. That's stupidity. That's ignorance. And when you really, if you really dig down deep regarding her so-called policies, economy-wise, it's destructive. Unfettered, unfettered baby murder as she wants to, with the ending of the filibuster. That's destructive. But as long as she, cackles, like a clown, and Tampon Tim runs around out there grabbing his crotch, you knuckleheads who actually are watching this, who actually believe this shit, are going to vote for her. What does that say about you? We're 5 weeks away. Stop being stupid. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.